Okay guys, this is journal number 1. This is going to be in my Etsy store. I'm going to show you a flip through of all of the pages. This is the front of it. Here's the back. This is all covered in fabric. And there's this dangling of ribbons here. Different ribbons that hang with some charms. Little purse. And this one looks like a little mail piece. Let's see if it'll focus. It says "with love," and then it's got a little mail with heart on it. So it's just held together with this ribbon that can be removed. It goes through the binding on the side right here, so it just slips through. So if you want to replace the ribbon, you can. So here's the front cover. There is a lot of writing areas in this book. Lots of room to write. That was one thing I didn't like about junk journals. They didn't seem to have a lot of writing room. They were packed full of pages full of stuff. But this one has quite a bit of writing space. I like these flowers. This is more of a vintage style journal. Here's a little side pocket with an insert that you can write on. Let's move this over so I'm full in frame. And then here's another somewhat of a pocket. It's like a side bottom pocket. And I put this in here. And it just has 2 pockets here with a couple of things in it. Here's a little tag. It says "Live more, worry less." And there's a tag, ticket style on the back. And then here's just a little writing piece. And those slip into here. I used vellum for the pockets so that they're see-through. And you can use these little pieces throughout the journal if you wanted to use them, stick them somewhere, write on them, attach them to a page, however you want to do it. And then it just closes up and goes right in there. There's some more ribbons. This is like a furry, fringy burlap. Lots and lots of places to write. This is recycled paper, and this is the center of the first insert. Here's another pocket. You can write on that, and then that slips back into there. And then here is just a coffee dyed paper. A lot of the paper that I use is going to be coffee or tea dyed. This, I'm going to grab a piece of paper so you can see, but this is like a little pocket that the front, not the front, the top is not attached, so you can slip something inside. I use a lot of different types of materials in here. Like this is the recycled paper again, and it has like this rough edge. This whole journal is very rough looking, very imperfect, but that, to me, that's a junk journal. They're not supposed to be perfect. The pages aren't going to be perfectly straight. Things are going to be a little off. It's supposed to look old. So I have a lot of aged papers in here. And this is a nice ribbon. I like this ribbon. It shows through on the other side, but it is attached on this side. And then here I just have attached like a little flip. This is a fabric ribbon that does have wire in it, so it does bend. And just a couple of writing papers. This tag is attached. It's just a decorative piece. There's one. It says happiness with a grid pattern paper. It's a little flower. And then on this side we have an envelope that I put a piece of ribbon in that I did use in this journal. That was a couple pages back. And just a small writing paper, journaling paper. Made from like, it looks like an old newspaper clipping. And then that tucks back into there. And then on this side we have this little tuck spot. This was a paper doily that I just folded up, and there's a couple of papers that you can just stick some things in. I'm going to keep using this little piece of paper just so you can see tuck spots. More writing area. I have a bunch of little places for you to write, but you can put little notes on here. You can write on anything on here because this is all paper. Here's a little journal card. It says hello with a side pocket. This is glued down, but I did use some washi tape to make it look like that was holding it on. The pages in here are so pretty. I love the old vintage look. It's always been a favorite of mine, is the vintage look. Lots and lots of writing space. This was the same paper that I used for the side tuck, but this is not a pocket. This is attached. And then open this up, and here is another pocket. I added some of that recycled paper. Here's just a journaling paper. And this is a textured paper. Not sure if you can see the texture on there. But it's on both sides. You can write on it, but it's bumpy. You can add pictures. Use it wherever you'd like in the journal. Here's some more writing space. This is a little flip out journaling area. This is the center of the second section. I like this thin paper. You can write on this. It's very thin, very see-through. And that was one thing I liked about it, was that you can see through it. But you can write on it. Here's a little belly band with another journaling space. It can go this way or this way. And you can write obviously on the outside. And that tucks in there. Here's a little pocket, a little journal card. You are pure gold. This flips up here for more journaling space. And then only got a couple more pages before the end. I love these flowers. This looks so pretty. Here's a little envelope. I just stuck a couple of little inserts in here. You can write on these. They are somewhat of a shiny paper that I cut out of a paper pad. And there's just this little envelope. It doesn't stay shut, so I just have it staying open. I'll tuck those back in there. And then this is the very last page and the back of the book. This is a hardcover. And then it just closes right back up with this ribbon. And like I said, you can replace the ribbon. It just slides through the binding. But I tried to make it just match a little bit, but you can use a different one if you'd like. And then it just ties closed. And there's the journal. Here's a profile of it here and the top.